Hello everyone, welcome to Traveling Bits. In this episode, we would be talking a very important topic which in all probability going to affect the Indian travel industry. And what is that? It is effect of de-dollarization on Indian travel industry. Before we proceed and see what could be the probable effects, let's first understand what is de-dollarization. After the Second World War, in the new economic world order, the US dollar was set the reserve currency of the world. Most multilateral and bilateral transactions were conducted in US dollar. Countries were keeping huge forex reserve to meet their import requirements. That means they have to maintain a certain level of foreign currency in order to import things. In 1971, the US government cancelled the convertibility of dollar into gold. What does that mean? It basically means that earlier the US dollar was connected to the gold in certain way. And once that connection was removed by then President Richard Nixon, it basically meant that you can print dollar out of thin air. This also meant the value of dollar is not dependent on any real assets, but on its global demand. On the other hand, oil trade of OPEC, that is petroleum producing countries, in dollar created major demand and kept the dollar going as the reserve currency. Things started changing in the second half of the second decade of 21st century. Ukraine's war and Russia's expulsion from the SWIFT system expedited de-dollarization need of many countries. For example, India is already doing bilateral trade with countries like Sri Lanka, Russia in Indian rupees. The digital UPI system is accepted in many countries now. Now that you have basic understanding of de-dollarization, let's now see what could happen to currencies and exchange rate. US dollar will lose world reserve currency status. Now you may ask, if US is going to lose the fiat currency status, then what are countries going to use for exchange? And for that matter, two things are coming up. The BRICS currency, the BRICS countries, Brazil, India, China, Russia, South Africa, and there are many other countries who are now applying for BRICS membership. So they might come up with a basket of currencies for exchange, or they might simply go for bilateral currencies. Next, cost of trade will come down. Cost of international travel from India expected to come down. I expect rate of US dollar vis-a-vis Indian rupee to come down below rupees 10 by the year 2028. Inflation is expected to come down. One of the major reasons we face inflation, and my understanding is that the central banks all over the world are responsible for that. And US has contributed more than anybody else to global hyperinflation. Indian rupee will be pegged to gold, precious metals, commodities. So basically what it means is that you will not be able to print more money than you have reserved for such commodities, precious metals and gold. Now let's specifically see what will be the impact on India's travel industry of de-dollarization. Number of Western tourists to India may significantly come down, particularly Western middle class and backpackers. This is the particular class of middle class and backpackers you may actually see completely out for a period of time if de-dollarization completely goes through by the end of this year or early next year. Hotels or establishments particularly catering to Western clients might face hard time in the short to medium term. Tourist places which mainly cater to Western clients may experience a significant downturn in footfalls. Outbound travel for Indian tourists to Western countries is expected to be cheaper in the medium or long term. Even travel cost to non-Western countries is expected to come down when exchange rates will be set directly between bilateral currencies. So when exchanges are happening directly between bilateral countries, it will be direct based on the current status, and I mean the actual status of the value of the currency. So that way, if I am trying to exchange between India and Thailand, the cost would come down. All right, so this is something coming up. I believe that there is certainly going to be an effect. Let us know what you think about it. Please share your views and through your comments, likes and shares. Let us know what any other videos that would be interested in through your comments. Please subscribe to our channel Traveling Bits and have a good day. We will come back again. Okay.